Make sure you go to sleep before 9 and don't eat too much snacks. I have bad news. It is 10:34 p.m. It is already after 9, and I have just had, I have in front of me Oreos and chocolate milk because this is a slumber party. Hi, everybody. Come on in, come on in. Welcome to the Yuri Slumber party. Actually, we're just about to leave, pick up Char. So let me get in my vehicle here. Hang on here. And I'm getting in the Yuri mobile. Exactly, yes. There will be no vehicular manslaughter, to my knowledge. Never use turn signals because it's funnier. Mods, could you please put a glass over that person and then slide a piece of paper under the glass and gently bring that person outside and then set them free? We're here. We're here. Sorry, I stopped the car really fast and all the other cars on the road stopped with me. Hi, Char!
Hey, I'm so glad you found me here on the side of the road in Korea.
Yeah. Thanks for saying yes to this awesome slumber party. Let's
Yeah.
let's get moving.
Hell yeah.
We're going back to my place, hang out, talk about Yuri.
Hey! Didn't know you also lived in Korea.
Yeah, we just so happened that to have never crossed paths, even though we live about 11 minutes and 12 seconds away from each other, according to this video. Hi, Char.
Hi.
Welcome to the top of my desk.
Oh, it's so great to be here.
What's your favorite Yuri of all time?
That is a very hard question. Because there's just so much that's so good. And it's hard to really narrow it down to one for me.
I feel that. Except actually shows my ILTV merch under the bed and in the closet. Yeah, me too. I actually have such a hard time deciding which one is my favorite one.
There's a lot of series that I love that are not like technically categorized as Yuri, but are still considered part of the Yuri sphere. Review Starlight is like one of my favorite series ever of all time.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, same.
I pointed at my 2 Review Starlight tattoos and my entire giant display of Review Starlight stuff. But it's like, it is technically not categorized as Yuri.
But yes, it is.
The anime is categorized under like LGBT in some of its broadcasting places and stuff like that.
It's Yuri.
And there are definitely, you know, girls who like each other, and I need to catch up on the stage plays. I recently downloaded all the stage plays with English subtitles. I need to sit down with you and watch those. I've heard that the latest ones, they've been going through new stories with kind of more new characters for the stage plays. I've heard they're very good.
Hell yeah.
So I'd love to sit down and get through all of those sometime. I am trying to own every copy of Even Though We're Adults. I think I own up to volume 8 out of 10 right now.
Yeah. Did that one just end?
Like that one. It ended in Japan. It is not out in English yet, but yes, it just ended. Another one that ended in Japan, but only just got an English release announcement, is it was Hanani Arashi in Japan. What did they localize it? Because the thing is, it shared a name with another like shoujo manga, so it ended up getting mixed up. There's some like websites where it gets mixed up with the other one. That one I love a lot. It's just one of those really cute ones. Rainbows After Storms. That one apparently recently ended in Japan, and just got announced it's getting an English release.
Wow!
It's really cute. It's about 2 girls who have been trying to hide their relationship from their friends.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's a real sweet one.
Have you read Destroy It All and Love Me in Hell?
No, not yet.
Do you know about it?
I've definitely heard that name.
It's a toxic Yuri, for sure. It's
Of
only
course, of
got
course.
like 10 or 11 chapters right now. It's like violent toxic Yuri though. It's like messed up.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's just
gotta-
it's not just toxic Yuri. It's not like Mygo toxic. It's like violence toxic.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
Another one, because the thing is, my big like Yuri binge was quite a few years ago when I opened Dynasty Reader and I flipped through. If I saw art I liked, I read it, and I went through so many titles like that, and I'm upset that I didn't like start like an anime list or made a collection, because I forgot so many titles from back then, because a lot of them are not localized, so they had the Japanese titles. But I found so many fun ones back then.
I've been reading a trash Yuri. I don't know if I could say the name because it's like, I don't want other people to read it, you know? It's like one of those. No, it's one of those where it's like a little too gross.
I get that.
But I like when I say like the art style is everything I want for my own art style. Like, let me show you.
I had one like that as well.
I'm gonna, shit, hang on. I don't know, I might show some of the art on stream, but I can't tell you what it's from, so like, I don't know what the point is. Hang on a second.
Ah, here it is. The one I was thinking of is After School Love Affair, which I adore the art for. It's a little toxic.
Here's the thing is I like toxic. I didn't know if I would.
Think you'd like this one.
Cause like, okay, so like I've been in like toxic relationships before. It's actually not super fun. But so I thought I would hate reading about it, but actually it's like,
but like the drama
it's
is like
great.
kind of fun.
It's kind of great. It's kind of like.
Have you read Even Though We're Adults?
No.
Okay, you should read that one. You should read that one. It's messy. It's messy.
Is it not safe for work or is it like problematic? Yes.
No. Oh wait, you're talking about
the one
yours.
that I'm talking about? Yes, absolutely, 100%.
After School Love Affair has a little. The one that I mentioned is just I think it just has like one kind of scene like that.
Okay, so like I want my art to look like this. Where did it go? I just saved a picture. Hang on. All right, here's a panel. I don't know where to put it. Here.
Wow.
I don't need to show you. The full page isn't the spectacle. The spectacle is here. Super pretty. Let me find the other pictures I sent. It's like ridiculous because it's kind of great. Like the art is kind of like really good. Same character, same manga. This is really trash. No, it is trash. It's really trash. It's trash to the fucking 10th degree. Oh, you know what it is. Okay, yeah. So you know, it's like trash Yuri, but the art is so good. The expression work is so awesome. But it is, it's like trash. It's like actual like slop Yuri. Is there a term for softcore toxic Yuri, just like codependence and clinginess? Because that's what I want to read more of. You should read, is it called I Love Amy? I feel like that.
Yes.
That's like perfect for that.
I Love Amy, I feel like is a perfect like baby's first toxic Yuri.
Baby's first toxic Yuri. Wait, let me pull up some art from I Love Amy, because I Love Amy is really good.
Yeah, I did really enjoy I Love Amy.
I just typed in I Love Yuri into my browser.
There is. I need to find. What was the name of it? Was it Yuri Isn't Good for Yuri Otaku? What's the full name of that one? It's a really good one about a Yuri Otaku and a Gyaru girl.
Ooh.
In a little Christian school.
Google, show me I Love Yuri.
Because if there's any like Yuri manga that I would think is called Yuri is Taboo for a Yuri Otaku. Yes, that's the title. That's another good one you should read.
Yeah. Another good toxic Yuri, but it might be a little too intense for some people. It's not violent. It's literally just like emotional manipulation. But How Do We Relationship? Oh my God, man.
Have you caught up
on
on
God.
it?
I'm not caught up, but I
Oh,
love what I need to know. I need to catch up. I need to catch up.
I think everyone should be required to read How Do We Relationship.
I made an edit of How Do We Relationship that I think is just barely. No, it's not safe for work. I can't post it. I did make panels where they tell each other to get on Final Fantasy 14.
Of course. That is a series where you read it and like it's too real. Like I have to take a break after every
no, that
chapter.
one, okay, like I was just saying, like after being in like toxic relationships, like I was surprised that I like Toxic Yuri so much, and I do like How Do We Relationship. That is the one where I'm like, uh-oh, it's a little too real. I'm like,
that
wait.
one isn't toxicity for the entertainment. It's toxicity of like this author understands this feeling and you are going to like feel this pain.
Like you're in it, you're feeling it like right now. It's rough, but it's so good.
Sorry, I need to show you the photo of my cat right now.
Please, I need to see.
Because I just looked over at him and he was doing this.
Animal. Shout out to Animal.
It's another. There goes Shade.
Wee! Animal.
He's currently asleep like that.
Cute. Does Shade ever do the thing? Because Aubergine does this when he sleeps. If the lights are on in a room, he'll like put his paws over his eyes.
Shade does that too.
It's so cute.
Oh, here's another good kind of like toxic one of just a general story that I don't see people talk about a lot, despite it I think having some of the most beautiful art in the world. It's called Cocoon Entwined, about girls who go to this school where the uniforms are made out of other girls' hair.
Ooh.
And so they have to grow their hair out long. It's a really beautiful manga.
Oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
This is
that is one I super recommend. It's not that far along and it's just like gorgeous. It's really interesting. It's kind of fucked up, but like in a good way.
That's what we're working with, chat. Cocoon Entwined.
It's in like this author loves to draw hair. And the like spreads you see in this story are crazy.
Does anyone have good poly Yuri Rex? I don't know. Literally, it's so hard. It really is.
There's not a lot. There's currently an ongoing like Yuri harem rom-com, which is like
what is that?
Closest. It's like I believe it's called Is This What You Call Love, or what's it?
Oh, which of these is love? Or right? Love? Yes. Oh my god, I love that series. I wouldn't call it poly though, because it is like harem.
It's one of those things. It's like the closest thing I can think of where it's like maybe this would go somewhere that direction. Where
I straight up like hang on, I'm trying to find a picture so I could put it up on stream. Or I don't know which is love, I guess is I don't know. There's so many different translations of the title. So I'm like, I don't know what to do in terms of like, I don't know how to handle myself with this series because it's harem, which means only one girl is like the girl, unless by some miracle they do a poly ending. But
this feels like the vibe, at least so far. I'm starting to feel like it might just be like, I choose all of you at the end or something. But I have no idea. It's way too early on.
Yeah, it's gonna be something that's like scared to make that like big decision though, because all harem are like that.
It might just end before she does.
Yeah.
Like some do.
Yeah, a lot of harem will like the whole reason like they like the main character never makes a choice, so that like you just have to fucking sit there and like be unsatisfied for the entire show, and then they don't even like do a thing at the end. This show or this manga, it's not a show. This manga though I have difficulties with because the character that I like the most is like the least likely to end up with the main character, which is—
I hate when that happens.
I really like I really like the professor lady. She's so great. I love her so much. Everything that she's saying and doing is so unethical, but I love her. Like, I just, there's no way in hell that they would ever end up together, but I'm literally just like, damn, my girl deserves to be happy. She's kind of a freak, but I love her. Actually, they're all kind of freaks. There's somebody pointed out recently, and I didn't notice this, but every character is based on one of the 5 senses in some way. Like one of the characters like loves the main character's voice and like wants her to make ASMR for them. Another one is like a model, and the whole thing is like everybody's always looking at her. It's like sight. One of them is obsessed with the main character's scent and is constantly like rubbing her face all over her. Like it's yeah, there's a fucking sniffer. They're all up in there going but yeah, it's like all based on the 5 senses, each character. Name please. It's which of these is no, it's I don't know which is love. Sorry, there's so many different translations, I'll never get it right.
I don't know which is love is the official localization title.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
When I searched for this Yuri, I saw a YouTube thumbnail. It's making me upset, and it's just been in my periphery this entire time. And it's a picture of the Volume 3 cover for I'm in Love with the Villainess. And it's clearly for a YouTube video, a thumbnail, and it says defetishizing Yuri. And I'm like, you don't read Yuri! I'm sorry, you don't. Like, I'm in Love with the Villainess is not the first Yuri to not be like fetishy. Like,
yeah. You can immediately like tell real quickly who actually reads a lot of Yuri and who doesn't on like based on their Yuri opinions.
Yeah, maybe the video is good because sometimes people will just like post stuff like that for like clickbait. It might just be
clickbait.
Yeah, and I don't mind that because I'm a YouTuber. I like make money on YouTube. I know that like you have to be a little, but like I'm in Love with the Villainess is not the first like fetishy Yuri. Like I get it, there has been fetishy Yuri in the past, but like most that's not even most Yuri. That's not even most Yuri.
Romance. Like go to the store and look through romance novels. It's like that. Like,
yeah,
one of the worst ones that I hear a lot whenever it's like, oh, say your Yuri opinions is like, I wish there were more adult Yuris. I'm like, I don't know how to tell you that there's so an entire, one of the most popular subgenres of Yuri is office ladies. It is one of the most popular subgenres. And those are all adult women. There's a lot of adult women Yuri.
Yeah.
We're not looking.
How do we relationship is one such adult Yuri.
Even though we're adults, it's in the title.
Even though we're adults. One Yuri that I think like, even regardless of my like opinions on like what the best Yuri is for me, I think there is a best Yuri overall, which is called She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat.
That is a fantastic series.
Remarkable series. Straight up incredible. It seems like such a simple premise, and it seems like going into it like, oh, this might be kind of simple. Nah, man. Nah, you don't know. You don't know. You gotta read it.
It's so full of just love and like respect for like people, and it's just such a good series.
It's literally like listen, I love toxic Yuri. This is not that. There is no toxicity anywhere in this, and it is one of the best things I have ever read in my entire life. It like the way that like queer relationships are represented in this series through how people approach like food and just like sharing a meal together. Man, it's so fucking good, man. It's so good.
So sweet.
It's
Like,
so good. They have this status quo, right? That's established very early on. It's like one of them loves to cook a lot. They make gigantic meals so they could like take pictures for their Instagram, but they like can't eat all of it because they're huge meals. And her neighbor really likes to eat food. And they have this dynamic that gets established like immediately. And there's like, no spoilers, but there's like a character who like they meet, and this character like hates being offered food and like honestly like has difficulty like eating. And you would think in a normal like trash anime, in that situation, you would have this character that shows up that's antithetical to like the main character's like way of interacting with each other. So they would take on some kind of like de facto pseudo antagonist, even in like a slice of life kind of way. Nah, man. They accept her immediately and help her find ways to get like the nutrition that she needs while still respecting her boundaries about like eating food and stuff. And they start like making shakes for her and like just like finding ways to like help her live her life. And it's fucking great. And it's just all queer people just getting together and sharing meals. And it's so good. Oh! I love this series so much.
Yeah, it's definitely up there with one of the like must reads for sure.
Yeah.
She loves to cook, she loves to eat. How do we relationship? Those are two that I consider like kind of pillars.
Those are
terms of,
pillars.
like,
Those are pillars for sure.
Oh, another really good one if you haven't read already is A Monster Wants to Eat Me.
I need to read that. I'm like, that has
That one's really
everything I want in a series, and I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, that's a real good one. It's a real interesting one.
Have you read Normality and Monsters by chance?
No, I don't think I read that one.
Normality and Monsters is like, listen, sometimes Yuri is between two women, and sometimes Yuri is between one woman and the person she's pining after. And sometimes Yuri is a woman pining after a giant worm monster, and I'm dead serious about that.
I will have to add that to my list.
It's so good. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous at its peak. It is. It's pretty fucked up, but it's awesome.
See, like, if you ask about like pillars, it's entirely going to be person to person.
Yeah. I have
because
one pillar, and I don't think anyone else. Well, maybe other people would find it a pillar, but I don't like. To me, it like does a lot of cool and new inventive things, but I think a lot of people might bounce off of it for one reason or another. But I'm in love with the villainess. I mean, it's just peak. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
the thing
it's just
about
peak.
like Yuri is already like such a, I guess, like niche thing to start off with, especially like on the English speaking side, because it's a genre that doesn't get localized a lot.
Yeah.
Sure. What is that one, Yuri the Schoolgirls? It's really good. I think we're oh, the Toho Yuri Dojin. Yeah, no, that's Bloom Into You. That author used to do Toho Yuri Dojin.
No way.
Yeah.
I love Bloom Into You. We actually watched that recently in my Discord server.
Yeah, Bloom Into You is also definitely a pillar.
It's peak.
It is.
It's peak. It's Peem.
You can tell a lot about people's opinions or people's credibility on Yuri about what they think Bloom Into You is about.
It's the litmus test.
That's what Bloom Into You is.
It's the queer analysis litmus test.
Because there's a lot of people who their assumptions of like all Yuri is either just like fetish art or this pure wholesome nothing goes wrong, but Bloom Into You is kind of the face of the Yuri genre.
I was like,
so you can immediately tell when people haven't read it, because the thing about Bloom Into You is it's not that.
Yeah, I was so happy with the last like half of Bloom Into You that didn't make it into the anime. I straight up like they did everything I wanted them to do and more, and it was so great.
It's genuinely such an interesting, just like introspective, that series.
Yeah, and when people are all like, I wish there was more like non-sexual Yuri, non-this, non-that, and then they name Bloomin' to you as like this like soft, fluffy, safer work piece of Yuri
When nothing
art.
goes wrong, there's no conflict. I'm like, you don't even know what the
You don't know what you're
Bloomin' to you
fucking
is about.
talking about. Bloomin' to you is toxic Yuri, and it's great. Listen.
Have you read Run Away With Me Girl? Run Away With Me Girl, also a must read.
Haven't read it.
That is one that you gotta read.
It's on my list. It's on my list.
It's a wonderful series.
My list is ever growing. I'm still glad somebody knew what my trash Yuri was, because that's like I feel guilty for reading it because it's so bad. But the art is so good. I can't help it, okay?
I need
The
to
art
do
is
another
great.
deep dive. The way to consume Yuri is to just open Dynasty Reader, look around, grab something random, and read through it, and just like just do that over and over and over again. That's the best way to experience Yuri, because you are going to find some gems you've never heard anyone talk about, and you're going to find a lot of garbage, but that's okay. It's okay to read through garbage. That's like anytime you're discovering stories.
Has anyone read My Girlfriend's Not Here Today?
I've been meaning to. That I see that one posted about a lot.
Yes! I love this series. I love this series.
That is
Wait,
one that
I think
would
this is the one where they cheat
like,
on each other, right? This is the cheating one?
I believe so, yes.
Yes! Oh my god, it's so messy. It's so messy.
I've heard great things about this series.
This
This
is
thinking about picking up today.
This is Cheater Pumpkin Eater Yuri. I used to like hate cheating in media like a lot. Like I couldn't read stuff where there's cheating because I'm like, it's such an awful experience. And I feel like a lot of the times when I would read about cheating in media, it always felt a little contrived. Like sometimes it'd be like after a time skip where like two characters ended up together and then there's a time skip and now suddenly they're like estranged and cheating on each other and stuff because the writers didn't know like what to do to generate more drama. And I kind of like swore it off. I was like cheating in media is such a like that's a good way to get me to like hate your characters. I think that like that's super weak and shitty and like just not worth it. And then Penny showed me this is gonna sound like such a funny sentence. Penny showed me Breaking Bad and we watched it together. And when Skylar cheats on Walter, I was so fucking happy. I was literally like, yes, get him, girl. And that changed me, I think. That changed me. Now if something has cheating in it, I'm just like, that's fuel for the toxic fire that we're lighting here. IFT is the greatest episode of Breaking Bad, and everyone hates Skylar for it, but I think that she's a boss-ass bitch, and I love her, and she's the best. Breaking Bad is certified Yuri? I wish. Better Call Saul is Yuri to me. I think this Saul and Kim are toxic Yuri. I'm gonna send you the Char. I'm gonna send you the name of the trash Yuri that I've been showing pictures of, and you need to not say it, but just this is for you in case you want to like read it later, because it is. Here's the thing, bad, but also good? Question mark.
I've read so much garbage. Sometimes shit is garbage, but still worth reading.
That's the title, though.
Oh, okay. You also definitely need to read After School Love Affair that I linked earlier.
Okay.
That is one that I think you will enjoy.
All right, After School Love Affair. All right, are you putting that on the list?
Yes.
All right, cool. Please bully me, Miss Villadess. Excellent. A lot of people like when I say the title, they're like, "Oh, sounds a lot like ILTV." Honestly, it's kind of not.
Is it Please Believe Me, Miss Villainess? Is that
yes, it is. It's also a manhwa. It's not like a manga.
Oh yeah.
Can you DM me the title? I'm so curious. I don't know, because the fact that I read it, like, I feel like isn't good. I don't know how many people I want to share this with, because the fact that I read it is like it's probably bad. It's not good for my soul. Yo, I swear to God, I'll boot up manga decks and it'll be like popular new titles, and then it's just like porn. It's just here's our popular new thing. You should check it out. It's porn. It's just porn.
So since Seth mentioned Strawberry Panic, another really good one. An old classic.
Wait, somebody got that for me on Blu-ray. I still have to watch it.
It's got some toxic. It's got some drama. It's one of those old
toxic Yuri.
It's one of those old like religious private school Yuris, which always have just so much drama.
My new friend isn't what I expected is cute. It's like like in terms of like there's like not much of it, and also what is there is like a little bare bones, a little common. I think it kind of ranks the same in my mind as the guy she likes wasn't a guy at all, where it's just like, you know, we got a simple premise, punk rock girl and like quote unquote normal girl, and they like each other. It's just it's not bad.
Oh, speaking of rock girls, what is I think it's Rocket Girl. That's a good one. That I feel like not a lot of people read. Old classic.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard of that one. Char, have you read I Can See You, Aizawa-san?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I sent you that one.
No, Kira Cat sent me that one.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I remember finishing it and I sent it to you.
Kira Cat is obsessed with the series and got me into it, and I love it. I don't doubt that you sent it to me at some point, but I specifically read it at Kira Cat's request, and then I read it again, and then I read it again, and then I read it again.
Oh yeah,
mainly because in the most recent chapter, I don't know what the fuck is happening, and I'm trying to piece together. I'm trying to like theory craft now, because I'm like a bunch of shit happens, and I'm like, whoa, I gotta figure it out. Sexiled, great. Sexiled is weird, and it's great.
Okay, I remember I sent you it because the artist behind it drew Mygo, and I was like, oh, here's this good Mygo art. It's by a Yuri artist that made a ghost Yuri, and you're like, oh, ghost Yuri, and then I sent it to you.
Oh, that's the one that you sent me?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I didn't read it when you sent it to me, and I'm sorry about that. Kira Cat donated $300 to me and told me to read it, and then I did.
Good fucking work. It's another really good
hey,
one.
More people should pay me to read your. Sexiled is an interesting series because I like the two main characters, and I think it's like they're so cute together, but also it is like, how do I say this? It's weird. It's a weird series. So it's like there's a girl, right? And she's in fantasy world, right? And she's with her adventuring party, standard RPG stakes. And she gets kicked out of the party for being a girl by her childhood friend. All the other people in the party are men, and they kick her out for being a girl. And she then is so filled with rage that she like goes to the middle of this open field and just like starts exploding everything with magic and awakens this like thousands of years old Yuri goddess. And they are in love. And it's really cute, but also, and geez, it's a series where like all of the men, every single man that exists is like the most evil person you can imagine. And the writer did that on purpose. They like specifically have said that they're sick of male power fantasy manga, so they wanted to make like a female power fantasy manga where like all the men are just like, I don't know. They're not, it's not that they're like props, because like the problem with like a lot of male power fantasy manga is that the women are props. But in Sexiled, all of the men are like evil human beings, and it's a little weird. I kind of like, yeah, they're caricatures. I think that like there's gotta be a better way to like critique sexism and patriarchy and stuff like that. I don't really buy the whole like like all men are evil thing. It's not super cool to me. I'm not a big fan. However, I will say that like if you want a series where it's about a woman who's so angry and so mad all the time and explodes things because of how mad she is, and she has like awesome superpowers, it's pretty good. Just like, you gotta take it with that grain of salt though, because like it's clearly like meant to be that like men are shitty and everything that they do is shitty. And I like super don't agree with that. I don't know. I just think that maybe it's a little reductive. I don't know if he wouldn't be reductive. It's a series, yeah, it's a series built on spite for better and worse. I think that if you're having a bad time, you had a bad day because of patriarchy reasons. Maybe a guy said something.
It might be good to get some frustration.
It might,
out
yeah, it might be good like venting to read that. Like, if you had like a dude at work like talk over you or talk down to you, and you're like, I need a series where like just like the men are like shitty weaklings that get exploded by a super strong awesome woman. It's good for that. It's good for that. But that's the thing, is that like it's still like, God, the main character and the love interest are like super cute together, and I like that. I like that. Whenever it's like focusing on them and their relationship, they're very cute. They're very, very cute. They're very cute, okay? I'll just say that. They're cute. Please believe me, Miss Villainess. Like I said, manhwa is an isekai, and it is really wild. Definitely like kind of a tough pill to swallow sometimes, but like it's fun. It's so fun. It's really, really good. The most recent chapters have been doing a lot of like weird like time travel paradox shit, and it's like normally for me that's a turnoff in a story, but I love it. I'm like here for it. They're doing silly shit and I like it. Can I shit talk a Yuri? Can I like talk badly? Sure. I'm gonna talk badly about a popular Yuri.
Really?
I am. Have y'all ever heard of Mage and the Demon Queen?
Oh, is that one of the? Isn't the webtoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't stand that series. People compare it to ILTV a lot, and I think that might be one of the reasons I don't like it, because ILTV is very particular about deconstructing the power dynamic between Ray and Claire, but like Mage of the Demon Queen is very unconcerned with self-awareness. It always comes so close to doing interesting things and then like backpedals. It is like, I don't want to say it's bad. I don't want to say it's bad because everybody likes it. Everybody likes it. But I don't. I think it's kind of, I think it's like not even particularly engaging garbage. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens where they'll set up a story arc and then they'll back out of it. They'll set their car in reverse and slam on the gas. And it happens all the time. Very early on in the story, I think this is the first time it happens. The main character realizes that she's being like overbearing and shitty by like sexualizing the demon queen and like constantly like flirting with her, and like she realizes that she like has given up on herself and has like the demon queen hates her. She annoys everybody. She annoys the Adventurers Guild, and she's like, ah, fuck, I need to change my ways. And then like, for like completely unrelated reasons, the demon queen like starts to like fall in love with the main character, contrived reasons, whatever. And that character, that hint at character development, the like dangling like, oh, she's gonna grow and become a better person, she just stops that, because the next time she sees the demon queen is like, hey yo, come back to the tower, come hang out with me, come be in love with me again. And she's like, okay. I can't think of all the other examples, but like, I do remember specifically also, there's this like guy they introduce, he's like the demon he wants to be like the demon king, and he like tries to take over, and he's like the worst guy ever. He's like annoying and shitty and like rude, and everybody hates him. And he was kind of meant to be like a punching bag of a character, but like not like in a particularly like oh he's like fun. It's more like, oh, you hate him in the normal way because he sucks. And he gets this is a spoiler, but he gets killed off very clearly, very obviously on the screen. He dies, and then he's just back because they couldn't even commit to like killing off the character that everyone hated already. It doesn't make sense. There's no reason for it. They even have like special rules, like, oh, this character gets like, he steals the power of demons when he kills one, and he stole the power of this guy, meaning that he killed them. But then they just show up again. They just appear, and they just fucking come back. Yeah, no, I actually just really, I just don't like the series. I could come up with a billion individual reasons, but I think like picking it apart CinemaSin style probably isn't the way to go, because the people who like it are still gonna like it, and I'm probably still gonna not like it, and it doesn't matter, and I'm probably only pissing people off by sharing these opinions. But I just think that it just makes me sad. It makes me sad the way Ruby does, where they'll like introduce like really interesting things, and then they'll like backpedal before anything interesting can happen with them. Have you read She Becomes a Tree?
She becomes a tree?
It's about a girl who becomes a tree.
You're lying to me. You're not lying to me. Wait, I've seen this one.
It's cute. It's okay. Super short. It's like 10 volumes. It's like, it takes 2 seconds to read it. It's cute though.
Oh.
Sleepless Domain. Wait a second. Sleepless Domain. Is that the magical girl one? Yeah, okay, yeah, I have read this. I actually read this because way back when I was looking for like webcomics with like just okay. I'm gonna preface this. I'll preface this with some backstory. I have taken issue in the past, and some people have heard me rant about this before, but I feel like in webcomics, in American webcomics, people usually don't know how to write trans women very well. Not in a typical like CW way where it's like really gross or fetishy or mean, but more like they'll have a trans woman and she's just so perfect and dainty and special and can do no wrong. So I was looking for webcomics with trans women in them. I didn't want to read like, it was everything that was coming up was like biographical stuff, and I didn't want to read that. I didn't want to read like daily comics about people's lives. I wanted to read like fantasy, you know, fun stuff. And so I looked up webcomics with trans characters, and I found a list that I was working through, and Sleepless Domain was on that list. And I read through the whole thing, and there were no trans characters at all. Now there might be now, because I haven't read it in many years, actually. Many years I haven't read Sleepless Domain. But at the time, there were no trans characters, and I found out apparently that the author was like, obviously I support trans people, but whoever put my series on that list, like, shouldn't have, because I don't mean to misrepresent my series, but I just haven't written like trans characters in it yet. So it wasn't the author's fault. But for the longest time, somebody like put that on a list, and I read the entire thing waiting for like a cool like magical girl, like a trans magical girl, and they just never were in. There is a trans character now. That's awesome. I'm super happy for that. I was super happy for that. I'm just saying, like, when I read it years ago, someone just lied online. I know. For some reason they're just allowed to do that.
Double House is an old Yuri about a trans woman, and generally talks about more complicated gender stuff, but it's really short. It's only 3 chapters. I think it was supposed to continue but didn't. But I think it's one that's worth reading. The Demon Girl Next Door.
Have I heard of that? The Demon Girl Next Door. This looks cute. Is this new?
No, it came out a little while ago. I actually got recommended it by our good friend Beef.
Beef!
So I was surprised, but I genuinely really liked it. It's real good. Those characters are gay as hell. I need to get you through Licorice Recoil. That is another show that everyone in here needs to watch, is Licorice Recoil. Especially if you are a dual Yuri and Yaoi head, especially old man Yaoi, you need to watch Licorice Recoil.
Hell yeah! I do need to watch Licorice Recoil. I feel like I might want to do like a reaction thread on Twitter when I watch it.
Oh, I'd love to see that, yeah. It's good. I really enjoy that series.
Gundam The Witch from Mercury is actually, somebody mentioned it in chat, that's the next series we're watching for Yuri Nights.
Oh, yay! The Princess of Sylph. That was another one I wanted to bring up.
Oh yeah! It's like the princess is like all sickly and weak, and she faints all the time, right? And
yes, that is a series that I've been really enjoying.
Yeah. It's cute.
If you like fun fantasy, a princess and a nun falling in love, it's real. I really enjoy the art of that one, especially.
Uh-oh, I searched it on Google, and the first result was The Princess of Sylph canceled. That didn't happen, did it?
What? It shouldn't have.
I hope I didn't just bestow some terrible news upon you. Is it canceled?
It got dropped by its publisher.
No! Oh.
Fortunately, the author will continue to draw a sequel independently. But due to its poor sales, it did not. It won't continue.
That's so sad.
Dude, being a Yuri fan is so hard.
There was a Yuri that only lasted 4 chapters that I really liked the setup of. It was another cheater pumpkin eater Yuri. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was called though, but there's this girl and she's like super, an adult woman, and she's super like needy to like a comical degree. And there's a woman that she meets who's already dating one of her friends, and they like start fooling around, and most of their interactions are like over webcam. It's so gay. It is not safe for work, and I love it. I love it so much. Like, shit, I don't know how much I can even say about it on Twitch, but like, man, it's lost in the wind. I don't know what it's called. I never knew.
Oh, Marisol, you might be an old cancel one that I remember a lot of people being really sad that it was canceled was Killing Me, about the vampire hunter and the vampire.
What? I've never even heard of that. That sounds amazing, and it got canceled?
Yeah, that's how I found out about it, is a lot of people like really loved that series, but it was canceled.
I hate finding out about good Yuri after it's been canceled.
I already told you, but Yuri is my job going on indefinite hiatus is so sad.
I know, because they've spent the last 4 fucking years focusing on characters that aren't the main characters.
And now it won't go anywhere.
It's insane. It's insane. There's so much meandering in that goddamn manga. It's good, don't get me wrong, because it's all like extremely toxic and fucked up. And that's great. But also, like, man, you were onto something. You were onto something. And then for like literally, it's just side characters and side character drama for no joke, like 4 years of the manga's run. It's ridiculous. The main characters have like barely been in it for years. God. And one of the main characters is my favorite character, so that sucks. Yuri is my job. I used to like tout how good that series was, and it is. The first time I read it, I was like kicking my feet because of how juicy and dramatic it was. It was so like fucked up. But my favorite character, Yano, is like very clearly written to be autistic, and it's like really well done. Like her whole arc is like realizing that she can't like handle like ambiguity in her relationships and learning to like ask for clarification and ask people like how they feel about her and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's me. I do that. I pointed at the screen. I said, I do that. What else? What else we got? What else we got on the Yuri, in the Yuri dungeon?
I'm trying to remember. Yes. Young ladies don't play fighting games. To celebrate Evo being over, everyone should go and read Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games.
Young ladies don't play. I've never heard of this.
It is about a girls at a religious like private school where they aren't allowed to play video games, and a girl finds out another girl in private has been playing fighting games.
Oh.
And they start connecting.
Oh, that's going on the list.
Oh yeah. It is a very fun series, and the last time I read that series, I think they were straight up going to like a fighting game tournament. That is a real fun one that you can really tell that the author behind it really loves fighting games.
Did you know that this is gonna be an insane sentence, and I hope that most people don't understand what the context is, but I think that Char, I think you will. Do you know that Murcielago is ongoing? Like, it's still happening.
Murcielago.
In prison, Murcielago.
Do you know what? You don't know that one? That's like trash Yuri. That's like serial killer Yuri. that's like uh-oh, like maybe don't like I can't recommend reading it. Also, it looks like it hasn't been translated to English for maybe a few hundred chapters.
I've definitely seen this one. I didn't know it was Yuri.
Yeah, the serial killer is lesbian.
I see.
It's pretty toxic. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of stuff in it that's like really like triggering. But yeah, actually it is ongoing, but there are like over 100 chapters that did not get translated into English. So
I need the people who were translating the Shy manga to come back. I need to find out what's going on in that series. Everyone should also watch Shy. The superhero series. It just got a second season of the anime that's ongoing. The manga I've been reading, but at some point the people who were translating that manga just stopped, and I need you back so bad. I need you to come back, please.
Without spoilers, did you finish Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night?
Yes.
How was that? How did it end? Or sorry, how well did it end? I haven't finished it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Nothing that blew me out of the water, but overall very enjoyable.
Yay! Good show. Very good show.
I think Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night, extremely worth watching.
Solid Yuri. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Pour one out for the Whisper Me a Love Song fans. You didn't deserve what happened to you.
That anime has also went on hiatus. They said, oh, the anime is taking a break.
They didn't finish it?
No.
Like Zom 100? Zom 100 came back. Zom 100 came back.
Yes, Zom 100 came back.
I don't think that Whisper Me a Love Song will come back.
I don't know if Whisper Me a Love Song is going to be back, which is too bad because I think that the current arc that the anime reached, it got a good chunk into it, is the best one in the manga. Whatever arc they started in the manga right now, I don't know. For any of you who are also keeping up with the manga, I'm also sorry about that.
Other Side Picnic! Other Side Picnic got mentioned in chat. I love you, Other Side Picnic. Shout out to Other Side Picnic. Other Side Picnic is the best thing ever written. I'm
going to read it once I finish my read through of Majirevo, I think.
There's like all these good analyses that I've been reading about Other Side Picnic. And I can't share them because they're all about the last book that came out, and they're all like no joke, like Other Side Picnic is like the queerest queer Yuri I've ever read, maybe other than She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat. Other Side Picnic is so like, it's so like I feel so seen in that series. There's just something so deeply like queer about everything in it. I have to say though, I always have to disclaim this. Chat, if you're thinking about picking up Other Side Picnic, do not watch the anime. It fucking sucks. It's terrible. It's awful. Do not read it. Or do not watch it. Do not watch that anime. It was cheaply made. It's garbage. The pacing is shit. And also, they didn't want it to be scary. It's a horror series, but they didn't want it to be scary. So they made all the monsters look like fucking Pokemon Ultra Beasts. And it's sad. It's like a shell of its former self. They also changed the order of events in the series so that they could introduce as many marketable anime girls as humanly possible. And because of that, they broke the order of events. So there's just like a ton of plot holes where like certain objects that are like story important will get destroyed, and then they'll just have them again in future episodes. Like it fucking sucks, man. It sucks. The manga is pretty good. You can't go wrong with the manga, okay? I'll say that. But this is a big but. If you want the true experience, you want the actual full honest to God Sororo Kamikoshi's wild ride, you gotta read the light novels, man. I know people don't read nowadays, but you gotta read the light novels, okay? The manga is great, but you don't get Sororo's internal monologue, which is the whole fucking, like, that's the spice. That's the delicious broth of the little meal you just made.
Yeah.
Sororo is like the most bitter, unreliable narrator in the entire universe. And it's great. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome. The manga has some benefits over the novels in terms of crazy visual storytelling. Disagree. But you can still read them if you want to.
I think in my journey of reading the novel version of The Magical Revolution of the Genius Young Lady, or the Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, I've also realized how important the Anthe's like internal dialogue is to that series.
Yeah.
I have been really enjoying it. That series is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And the main character's internal dialogue is one of the things that makes that series funny as fuck.
I gotta read it.
Yeah, I'm still only on volume 1, but I'm just like, oh, okay, this is 10 times funnier when you realize how fucking stupid and silly this main girl is. And how gay she is.
I mean, she's great in the anime, so I can only assume that she's even
Sorry,
better.
not Anthe, Anise. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good ass series. I want to read those freaking books. Getting into novels, Yuri novels, I think was like a really important tipping point for me. Because I used to read a lot when I was in school, and then like once I got into college, I like stopped having time. And then before I knew it, it had been like a decade since I had like opened a book and read for like leisure purposes, right? But then I'm in Love with the Villainess just fucking waltzes on in, and is like, hey girl, hey, and fucking upends my whole system of waking up, doing things, and going to sleep. Now all of a sudden I have to read too. And since then I've been reading manga, or sorry, not manga. I will usually take light novels over manga, and that's not a joke. Because there's usually more of it. There's usually like more for you to like, there's more for you to chew on and think about, and you get like internal monologues and stuff. You get like the fullest version of the story. Actually, I have to say, ILTV was not my foray back into reading. You want to know what was my foray back into reading? And this is a true story. So, Bigless Dickless Wolfwood on Twitter. I've heard some things about tweets he's made or whatever. I'm ignoring that.
I've heard, you know what's very funny? I've heard
What?
things about that person from my ex.
I believe you.
I was seeing, my ex was telling me about it. She used to know that person, and the stories I heard were insane.
I believe it. Here's the thing, I believe it, but my story isn't about that. This individual went viral on Twitter for recommending a book and saying, don't look up anything about it, just read it. It's like 200 pages. Check it out. It's called This Is How You Lose the Time War, okay? And I was planning on it, but also not planning on it. There had been a lot of books over the years where I'm like, I will absolutely read that, and then I didn't, you know? Like, that's just kind of been my MO for like a really long time, is like, I'll definitely check that out. and then I don't check it out. I was about to be on a plane, and I was going to ASIN. This is last year. Last year, I was about to get on a plane for ASIN, and I was like, I should download a book before I go. And so I download This Is How You Lose the Time War, and I was like, okay, I got that one. I'm ready to go. But I think for the plane ride, maybe I won't read that one. Maybe I'll look up some gay fiction to read. I'm sure there's like good gay books for me to check out. And I search sci-fi LGBT, because I'm like, what if there's some good women-loving women books in the sci-fi genre I could read? And at the top of the fucking page was This Is How You Lose the Time War, and I was literally just like, so I was like, okay, I guess that's a sign. And I read it, and straight up, oh man, dude, you gotta read that. You gotta read that book. If you haven't read that book, you gotta read that book, man. That's Yuri. That's Yuri right there. That's what started my descent into Yuri hell. Or my ascent into Yuri heaven. You decide.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty excellent. I finished it and then I read it again twice in the same weekend, and I'm not joking. It's insane. It's insane, and I'm gonna say this, and it's only gonna make sense to people who have finished both. If you like This Is How You Lose the Time War, you'll like I'm in Love with the Villainess. If you like I'm in Love with the Villainess, you'll love This Is How You Lose the Time War. There you go. Enjoy that little tidbit, then read both, and then understand that I'm right. My face got all fucked up because I was drinking water.
I want you to do a little dance on the stream.
I went.
I think people in chat should. It's one of my favorites, which is The Executioner and Her Way of Life. I do really enjoy that one. It's another novel. I gotta give. It's a popular one, and I saw the anime, and the anime is pretty cute. It didn't stick out too much to me. But I should give Adachi and Shimamura a shot. I know that one's.
That sounds popular. So familiar. Adachi and Shimamura.
It's a really popular light novel, Yuri light novel.
Have I read
it's pretty
this?
much just it's very simple.
This is so familiar. I think it's on my manga dex list, and I haven't read it yet. This is cute though.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe I should read it in its original form.
I'll be able to stay
Because it's got an anime,
long.
it's got a manga.
So here, have an early piece of the money pie.
Alcohol and Ogre Girls also added up to the list. That is
Shit,
another one
I've heard of that too, and I haven't read it. Alcohol and Ogre Girls. This has to be on my manga dex list. Wait, is it? Can I add it to my? Yeah, it's already on my manga dex list. I've shared my anime list with stream before. I won't share my manga dex list though, because my manga dex list is filled with things that I want to read, and I have no idea if they're good or not, and they might be terrible. Alcohol and Ogre Girls is Peem. It's Peem. It's Peem.
It's Peem.
It's Peem.
That series is Peem, is the thing.
It is Peem. I haven't read it yet, but I could tell. It's Peem. I'm trying to think. What else have I been reading?
Oh, I read Goodbye My Rose Garden a few days ago. That is a wonderful series. It's just 2 volumes. Super worth reading. It's a historical Yuri.
What was that one series? I think I messaged you after I read it, and I was literally like, this one made me so upset, and I can never be happy again, and it's terrible, and I hate it. Do you remember that?
No,
do you remember?
I don't remember what it was.
It had Kitanai in the name. I remember that specifically. And it was just the entire thing was like the most upsetting it could possibly be. And when I finished it, I was just like so fucking sad. I was like, that was horrible start to finish. I don't know why I kept reading it. There was not a single moment while reading it that I felt good about anything that was happening. And yeah, that's the fucking one. That's Astralilium. I hated that series. And I could like, okay, like if we're talking about like an art perspective, right? Not all art is supposed to make you comfortable. Not all art is supposed to make you happy. And in that regard, I can say that like if it was trying to be upsetting and the worst thing I've ever read, it succeeded with flying colors. Despite this, despite the knowledge that technically it could have some like artistic merit, it made me fucking upset. And I hate it. It made me so mad and so sad. And I literally was like sick to my stomach by the end of it. And I was like, I'm never reading that shit ever again. But yeah, that one, don't read it. Bad for you. Bad for you. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10, but it, like, I can tell it's like well written. Like my brain can process that it's good, but also I'm like, man, that sucks, man, that sucks, man, that sucks, man, that sucks. There's not a single part in it where you could be like, oh, okay, this is like, I can chill out and relax a little bit. No, it's all bad. Everything about it. No. Same author has another train wreck out right now. I will not be reading it. In what ways is it bad for you? All of them. I'm telling you, it's all of them. If you've read it and you're asking me that, just all of it. But if you haven't read it and you're asking me that, I mean, my answer is the same, but like there's some fucked up shit in it. It's like the entire point is that it's like really fucked up and upsetting. It goes beyond toxic Yuri. It's like definitely too far. It's like uh-oh, maybe not everything that you think of has to be written down kind of deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I sent you a message, Char. I was like, I Googled it because I was so curious. I messaged you after I read it and I said, I think I found the upper limit of toxicity I can handle. I just typed, I typed toxic in our like search in our DMs and it was like the last thing I said. I was literally just like, yeah, nope. Nope,
Oh, this one, okay. Yeah. There was one that was, is this one translated anywhere? It's a sci-fi about girls who fish.
Sci-fi about girls who fish.
Twin Star Cyclone Runaways. Any of this translated yet? Cyclone Runaways.
Twin Star Cyclone Runaway.
Found it. Okay.
Twin Star.
I haven't read it yet, but I saw like the synopsis and I was like, okay, this is I need to read this immediately.
Oh, this is
about
cute.
Like space fishing, yeah.
Wait, this is like a cute cover. I'm pulling it up, chat. Sit tight, sit tight. Look at that, isn't that cute?
Currently reading list.
Isn't that cute? I like that. I want to read the Yuri fishing. One of them needs a MILF hat that says, man, I love fishing.
Chat, you gotta read Donuts Under a Crescent Moon.
I have that. I own that. I just haven't read it yet.
It's another like introspective one that I think you might enjoy. What Yuri shouldn't read, the thing is, the Yuri you shouldn't read is if you look at the cover and see something that appalls you. Those are usually the Yuri you shouldn't read. You can tell very quick.
There's plenty of Yuri you shouldn't read. I've read a lot of Yuri I wish I didn't. Sorry, I'm the person at the sleepover who randomly starts talking about Final Fantasy XIV.
It always happens.
It literally always does is the problem.
I've been staring at this girl fishing manga.
How is it?
Super pretty cute. It's like, oh, you know, like we have these fishing boats between the driver and the person who wields the nets, and it's always like a married couple, but this time it's 2 girls.
2 girls? That sounds like Yuri.
Wow! Yuri World!
I have a current season Yuri recommendation, but I
Hit me
also
up, hit me
say
up, hit
current
me up.
season, so it is only 3 episodes in, so it entirely has the possibility to just be trash, but it's about vampires making YouTube videos.
Yeah, that one! Oh my god, I need to check that out.
Mayonaka Punch is
Wait, I gotta pull it. I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up.
It's called Mayonaka Punch for chat. It is so good so far. It is extremely gay, and it's about a girl who originally had a YouTube channel, but she got kicked out and canceled because she punched another member, and so she's trying to get her YouTube career back going, and then she meets a bunch of vampires. One of them, who wants to suck her blood so bad because she had a dream where like the other girl showed up like naked in her dream, and she's like, fuck, that's the girl of my dreams, I need her blood bad. And she finds this ex-YouTuber.
Oh my god.
And they're like, she's like, I'll let you suck my blood if you get me to 1 million subscribers. And she's like, yeah, let's go.
Oh my god. Wait, high art?
The thing is, like, it's high art. It's
No,
like,
that's incredible.
very few people are gonna understand what this means. But
No, I understand. I'm here with you. We're just we're here.
What I mean is, I think this is Vlad Love's second chance. For anyone who has watched Vlad Love, which I think is worth giving a shot. Which is another vampire Yuri about a girl with a blood fetish who meets a vampire.
Oh my god! Where do you find this? I'm so happy right now. I'm just every word you say is like music to my
The thing
ears.
is, like, the show was ass, but I think it was ass in a very fun way. And I think Mayonaka Punch is that kind of show getting another chance. I think that everyone should watch Vlad Love. It's garbage, it sucks, but you should watch it. The school nurse in that show is the hottest an anime character has ever been.
Well, shit, I gotta watch that. That sounds stellar. Also, the one about the Yuri lady punching someone else and losing her career reminds me a bit of another Yuri I watched last season called Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night.
The thing is, they keep doing it.
They keep doing it. Women keep punching each other.
And they should.
And they should. It's good content.
Listening big and huge about Vlad Love. Okay, so Vlad Love is the vampire one about the girl with a blood fetish who keeps on going to blood drives because she wants the blood because she has a fetish for her blood being taken. And then she meets this vampire, and it's this really like skit-based comedy show about them starting a blood club because the vampire needs blood to drink, but also she has a bit of a blood fetish for blood being taken.
That's awesome.
And then Mayonaka Punch is the new one that's ongoing now about the girl who gets who punches her fellow YouTuber and gets canceled and starts a new channel with a bunch of vampires who want her real bad.
I'm so here for this.
It's like, it's great. It's great. Like, these are the shows we need. We need shit that's stupid.
I love shit that's stupid. I don't know. There's not a lot of recent Yuri I've watched other than Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night because I gotta be honest, I don't watch as much Yuri as I read. I read so much Yuri.
There's a lot more to read. And the thing about a lot of Yuri anime is it is either a lot of very underfunded, like, adaptations that will get one season and nothing else. Or it's
I think that's my thing, is that they always get canceled. They always get canceled when they're getting good.
They always only have one season and usually don't have very good production. The ones that have good production are usually ones that are not marketed as Yuri and are not like main focus, but are like TV originals that end up later on revealing something or just having those vibes but never really like leading into it.
Like Mygo.
Like Mygo.
I love you, Mygo! You're my best friend, Mygo. I'm sorry, I'm not talking shit. I love you. but also you're not canon. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like they're usually like non-canon stuff, but you can kind of tell that there is stuff there going on, you know. Because the stuff that is actual like Yuri manga adaptations do not get the funding that they deserve, and usually don't get more than one season. What you gotta do is you got to find the directors and writers that have made old Yuri doujins or posted Yuri in the past, and you gotta find their shows because they're hiding stuff in there. The Maigo writer is a Yuri fan, like
Yeah.
You gotta watch and read Shy, another like manga that isn't technically Yuri, but that author used to make Yuri doujins, so it's very obvious that there's stuff there. Also, the new season's ending is literally just a romance, like between the main character and her best friend. They gave them an entire ending together. For the ED, it's real cute. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of those I super recommend. Everyone needs to watch Flip Flappers.
Yes, I haven't seen it, but I saw it for the first time, like on my timeline, and it changed me already, and I haven't even seen the show.
Is awesome. I can't talk about it too much, but I think it is very obviously implied between the two main characters. And I know different people vibe with them or don't for different reasons, but I think it's worth giving a shot because that show is beautiful and really, really cool. It's an awesome sci-fi with great animation and designs. So I super recommend it. I love Flip Flappers. The other TV originals I know. Everyone should watch it. This is probably the closest you'll get to kind of Poly Yuri.
I'm waiting for it. One of these days we'll have actual Poly Yuri.
Shiki is a kind of like, I call it's like Nichijou adjacent, but not as like out there, but kind of in the same like beat for beat comedy.
Yeah.
Those three girls are absolutely all madly in love with each other.
Yay!
So it's Shiki, SHIKI.
There is a Poly Yuri in the works. It's called Dread Me Not. I don't know when it's coming out, but like no joke, it is gonna be Poly Yuri.
There you go.
Please look forward to it. I'm working so hard. I'm literally working so hard. I work so hard all the time every day, and I work so fucking hard. It is probably gonna be years before the pilot is done, but I work so hard.
I will also one day finish the Yuri visual novel I am currently working on.
Yay! Yuri moment!
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
If you guys like toxic codependent Yuri and
Yes,
cool demons.
I do. How did you know?
If you like miserable, fucked up women,
I do.
complicated gender identities and cool demons.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for my visual novel.
Chat, this is a Mountain Dew bird. This is the promotional Mountain Dew bird that you could get for drinking Mountain Dew. Oh, there's no way I could date my fave, Oshito no Yuri wa Are Yanai. I read the first chapter. I don't know if it's good or bad yet, but this one girl is on drugs, and it's a thing. Hell yeah! Drugs Yuri! We did it! Drugs Yuri! Can you write that one down, Char? I want to read Drugs Yuri. Don't do drugs, chat! Remember what Progestia said. Don't do drugs. Be like your favorite streamer, Dollip Daze. Don't do drugs. Don't you know?
I read that title, and there's no way I could date my fave is just what they should call Pokemon Horizons, which is also Yuri.
I've heard that. We should watch that for Yuri night at some point.
I love Pokemon Horizons so much. As someone who grew up watching Pokemon obsessively, as in it was the only thing I let my mom like put on as a child, Pokemon Horizons is phenomenal. It is the new cast of characters is so good. Like, oh.
Casper
And also,
Sky.
yes, it is also Yuri between a girl who finds out that this other girl she knows is in fact her favorite streamer.
Oh, that's so cute. Fuck. Wait, we actually have to watch that.
Yes, please, it's so good.
Casper Sky is also good, but it's getting outlawed soon, no joke. Is that antivirus software and they're outlawing it? Are they outlawing it because it's good and the bad ones can't compete? Because that's usually why things happen. They get lobbied against. And the people with all the money are like, this thing that makes more money than us that we don't like is bad. Please ban it. And the government is like, well, I don't know. Oh, you just made a fucking massive campaign donation to me? Well, I guess I could maybe help you out a little bit. Scratch your back.
Oh yeah.
And that's how government works. Chat, if you're ever curious about like the government and how it runs, that's it.
They literally did an interview with the voice actress for the main for the new main character, and she was like, "Yeah, I feel like the relationship between these two girls is more than friendship."
Yes, I love it when people say that. I love those words specifically. It's like they know.
That's
they
real
know.
special. And also, like, she went on to talk about how like the main character views like her friend and then like the streaming personality. She's like, she treats them as differently. She can't be like, she can't be close to her Oshi, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I've caught up on the first 10 chapters of
You're reading,
Yuri.
You know, I love that you're reading Yuri at the Yuri sleepover. That's awesome. I'm just thinking about Yuri. I'm just like resting in the vibes, in the Yuri vibes.
It's cute. It's cute so far. I like it. It's not very far along, but I think that it's good. Yuri, is there any Yuri left? Let me find a Yuri.
There's always Yuri.
I'm trying to think of one I haven't mentioned yet.
There's Yuri in the air that we breathe.
Oh, Still Sick. You should read Still Sick.
I think I have that. I have that in my Yuri bookshelf.
I haven't finished it. I know the series is completed. I have to finish it. It is about it's another office worker, adult Yuri, about a Yuri fan who meets who accidentally finds out that one of her coworkers is a Yuri author that she really likes. And the Yuri author's like difficulty with drawing and stuff, and kind of the relationship between them both. It's real good.
Any plural or plural adjacent Yuri out there? Now, are we talking about like characters that have like systems and stuff? Because I actually do have a rec. I do have a rec. I want to make sure that's what you're asking for, though.
If you are okay with playing gacha games, my genuine recommendation for you is Honkai Impact 3.
Ooh, I gotta play that. I actually have to play Honkai Impact if it's Yuri, and it sounds like it's Yuri.
It is. I genuinely recommend it to you as Yuri. Like that the company has like had trouble with like government censorship in the past. I believe that one of the lead writers on the prequel game to Honkai Impact 3, Gun Girl Z, which has no English release, like one of the people who first like introduced the Yuri themes into the Honkai series was a queer woman as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, it's canon stuff. It's good stuff. Like, some of it's pretty old and outdated, but like there's genuine like girls loving girls in those games. It's good.
The one I'm talking about, it's heavily implied, and I think is literally like I think it's without saying like those specific words, like pretty much like definite. Other Side Picnic has one of the characters in it will when they are in stressful situations dissociate and quote unquote like welcome another version of themselves who can step up and take care of the issues. And like that's, I mean, it's a very specific experience, like one that is like very clearly related to trauma, but it is fully like explored and respectful and really well written. And yeah, so there you go. Just another reason for y'all to read Other Side Picnic.
But is it explicit Yuri or air moving through blades of grass Yuri? The characters are literally kiss in the manga, and they were forced to censor it by the government. But you can still find it on some websites.
Progestia Bunny jumping for joy about Yuri.
In the story, there are characters referred to as lovers. Yes. In Honkai Impact 3rd and Gun Girl Z, those characters are actually in love with each other.
Hell yeah. Dude, the best kind of Yuri is the kind that gets censored by the government.
That's the thing.
Yes.
We're talking with the... Joy was talking about Other Side Picnic. I was talking about Honkai.
Yeah, I was talking about Other Side Picnic. So the things that I just said, that is real. That is Other Side Picnic. If that's what you're looking, if that's what you're looking for, then read it. Actually, even if it's not what you're looking for, read it. Because if you're a queer person, there is something you can relate to in Other Side Picnic, and like, it's insane. It's insane. I love Other Side Picnic so much. It is crazy. It's crazy.
I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
It's crazy.
I promise. I've heard from a lot of different people I know that it's good.
Can we drop Yuri recommendations in chat? Yes. In
Yes,
fact,
I still have
please-
my list
please
here
do.
that I am filling out.
Oh yeah, don't put the one I sent you on the list.
I won't. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. Oh, you know, you get it. However, I am curious about what you think of it if you read it, because
I'll look into it.
it is gross and it is trash, but there's some sauce there. There's some queer.
Sometimes
There's some queer
sometimes you
sauce.
gotta dig through the worst to find the little gems.
There's gems. There's gems, and the art is really good. But there's some like I see the queer themes. They're there. They're hiding, but they're there.
Her clothes are absolutely just fucking soaked now.
Candy store vampire. I'm saving this. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm getting sleepy. You getting sleepy, Char?
Maybe a little.
A little sleepy, a little eepy.
Maybe a little.
5.5 hours ago, I had chocolate milk and Oreos, and my body has not rejected it. So I think we're in. I think we did it. Char, you ready to wrap it up?
Okay.
It's been really fun. It's been a good sleepover. We did everything that we do at sleepovers. We have yummy snacks. We play video games together. And we talked about our favorite things and our favorite media. And then we got randomly like really, really deep at 3 in the morning. We got like way too like serious and emotional at 3 in the morning.
That's as it goes. As sleepovers go.
As sleepovers do. As sleepovers be. Char, do you want to let people know where people can find all of your beautiful things that you make?
Okay. You guys can find me at Charllahan on Twitter or Twitch. I haven't streamed in a while, but I've been busy. I got a job I gotta work at. In my free time, when I got the free time, it's not a lot, but I've been working on a little visual novel I talked about a few times this stream. I hope I can get that done before the end of the year. So if you want to see, I got some art on my Twitter you can see of it and stuff. So you can find me there. You can find my old comics and stuff in my shop on my website, charillustration.com. So you can find everything there. I draw. I like girls, and I like girls kissing girls.
Yes. That's what this whole stream is about.
That's what this whole stream was about. I'm on Tumblr. Yes, I am on Tumblr. I am Ben Flint. BENNFLYNT. An old username I haven't changed because when you change your username on that website, every link breaks.
Thank you for coming to stream once again. I am Dollip, and I am gay, and I love books where women kiss each other.
That's right.
And if you like Yuri, and if you like this conversation, we actually do watch Yuri every single week in my Discord server. I think I'm gonna be out of town next Monday, so we might have to either move it around or postpone it. But the next show we are starting and watching through is going to be Gundam: A Witch from Mercury. Which is pretty stellar, pretty good Yuri. So with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Take care. Thank you again, Char, for joining me. This has been a crazy big stream, and We've been at it for literally 6 hours. I just realized I'm going through all my tabs right now. I probably shouldn't be doing that. We're gonna abscond, and I will talk to y'all very soon.
And you know what? 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 I want to say that the stream is over now. Goodbye.